Hello and welcome to the Walking Talking topic on volume question number 3 with me, Mr. Barton. Right, what we got here? A thin hollow container is in the shape of a cylindrical upper part, so there's my cylinder there, and a conical lower part. Conical, just a posh word for a cone. The total capacity, now you've got to switch on there and think capacity just means volume. So the total volume of a container is 1,244 cubic centimetres. That's just centimetres cubed. Calculate the diameter of the cylinder. So we've got two shapes. We know the volume, but what we don't know is either the radius or the diameter of either of those. Now, in both the formulas for volume of cones and cylinders, radius comes into play. So I'm going to deal with radius, because if I can work out my radius, then I can just double that up to get my diameter. So I'm going to be fine. So I'm going to call that shape 1, I'm going to call that shape 2. Let's deal with shape 1 first. So shape 1 is a cylinder. So my volume of a cylinder is going to be pi r squared, that's the volume of the face, times by the height of my cylinder. So I don't know what my radius is, but I know my height is 5. So I'm going to end up with pi r squared times by 5, and I'm just going to write that as 5 pi r squared. Can't do a lot more with that. I could work out what pi actually is in terms of numbers, but it's not going to get me any more accuracy, so I'm going to leave it like that. Let's take shape 2. Shape 2 is a cone. So what's my formula for volume of a cone? That's going to be 1/3 pi r squared times by my height of my cone. Okay, so same thing again. No idea what my radius is, but I know what my height is, so that's 1/3 pi r squared times by 18. And if I do 1/3 of 18, I reckon that's 6. So that's 6 pi r squared. So what's our total volume? Well, that's going to be those two things added together. So I get 5 pi r squared plus 6 pi r squared. That's going to give me 11 pi r squared. And what do I know about 11 pi r squared? Well, I know that it's got to be equal to 1,244. So I know that 11 pi r squared, which is my volume of those two shapes added together, has to equal 1,244. So now I've got an equation that I just need to solve. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to divide both sides by 11 pi. So I'm going to get r squared equals 1,244 divided by 11 pi. And I can work that out on the calculator, but I want to do it all in one, to be honest with you. So now I'm going to square root both sides to get what r is. And I'm going to get the square root of 1,244 divided by 11 pi. And if I bang that into the calculator carefully, I'm going to get my answer. So here we go. Square root, crack my fraction button open, 1,244 divided by 11, and you can just put the pi next to it. Your calculator is clever. It'll know that means you want to do 11 times pi. Pressure equals, and you get 5.9998 blah 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 blah, which I'm going to say is equal to 6.0 centimetres to 1 decimal place. So there you go. Now, but wait a minute, one final twist. That's the radius. So, God, I nearly ended the video there. My diameter is going to be equal to 2 lots of my radius. So that's going to be 12.0 centimetres. So there you go. Not too bad a question. Not the easiest question you've ever seen in your life. There's loads of maths going on there. But as long as, again, you think about it sensibly, split things up sensibly, it doesn't end up too bad at all.